Joining us now for his take on the upcoming World Cup is Sports Desk football analyst Mr. Cedelf Tupas. Hi, Sed. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming here. I know you had a late night last night. Okay, let's get down to business. FIFA World Cup. Moscow, Russia. Exciting times for football fans all over the world. Before we get to it, how I can feel and sense that excitement from you as well.
Well, the excitement is building. You know, we've waited 4 years for the World Cup to come. The past 4 years, a lot has happened in world football, and now we've come to the World Cup where legacies are and legends are made. So it's exciting times. The biggest sporting event in the planet is coming in a few days.
And also one of the biggest storylines in the World Cup for us, when we're talking about great players in this generation, we have Ronaldo versus Messi. What's your take on this?
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo and Leo Messi, we see them almost every week in La Liga, in the Spanish league, and now they'll be taking their acts to their national teams. Messi will be playing for Argentina. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Leo Messi to really lift the World Cup this time, because I think he has a very, very good supporting cast. And for Cristiano Ronaldo, he's coming off a win in the Euro. And I think he can translate that as well to a victory in the World Cup. But, the weight of the world is really on Messi right now, because, if he wants to be, mentioned in the same breath of Maradona, Pele, the wins at club level are there, the records are there, but he has to win this World Cup to really cement his legacy as probably the greatest player ever. As for Ronaldo, I think the fact that he comes from Portugal doesn't give him that pressure, that kind of pressure, because Portugal hasn't really won the World Cup. But for Messi, there's a history there. There's Maradona, there's Pele coming from South America. And, Messi retired from international football 2 years ago after the loss in the Copa America. And
that's right.
I think he came out of retirement just to win the World Cup, because this is the missing piece in his collection.
And after, of course, that runner-up finish in 2014, gustong bumawi nitong Argentina and Messi. Okay, let's take a look at that and follow that storyline. Of course, there's another player who may steal the spotlight. People say Mo Salah. What can you say about him as he tries to lead Egypt to the so-called promised land? Let's talk about the Egyptian king.
A terrific player, Mo Salah, and I just feel for him, because I think he got injured in the Champions League final against Real Madrid. But when he's there, Egypt, he qualified for the World Cup, and it sparked celebrations throughout the country.
Oh yeah.
And when he's there, I think he gives them that creative influence. He gives them that star power that they need, and the firepower that they need really to just get past the group stage. It's really a tough task for Egypt to come out of that group. But with Mo Salah there, I think hopefully he's going to be healthy enough to really play a role for them. But if not for Mo Salah, I think if he's not going to play, I think Egypt's going to have a hard time surviving the group stage. But Mo Salah, one very exciting player to watch after a great season with Liverpool in the Premier League.
Now let's talk about Brazil. They did host the 2014 World Cup. Disappointing finish for the fans there, 4th place. But let's talk about their quest for redemption, especially with the return also of Neymar, one of the most exciting players for Brazil. What can you say about Brazil as they go back to business, trying to prove themselves this time around?
Well, that 7-1 loss to Germany in Brazil really left a bitter taste. Brazilians were crying. That's how painful it was for them to watch their team lose that big. And I think the Brazilian Federation really mixed things up, revamped the coaching staff. Tite has come on, and he's a very revered figure in Brazil. He's really, he puts his heart into his work. And when you have a coach as passionate as that, understands what it means to this country, the winning to that country, I think they're in good hands. And in Neymar, Gabriel Jesus, they have Philip Coutinho, they have the talent really to go far in the World Cup. Question marks with the defense, but I think this team has enough firepower to really make a push for that title. I think they're the favorites now.
They are indeed the favorites. Now, before we move to the powerhouse Germany, I want to talk more about Neymar. Kasi lagi natin pinag-uusapan, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, and then you have Mo Salah now emerging. How about Neymar? Where does he fit in when you talk about the football greats of this generation?
Well, Neymar is right up there. I think he's probably, because of Salah's emergence, I think his injury, of course.
That's right. Yeah,
because of his injury, he slid to that probably number 4 spot. I think he is there. He is in that conversation at the moment as the greatest, the best players at the moment. But Neymar has also a lot to prove. He's played with very good players in Barcelona, and then that's why when he works with great players, I think it also brings out the best in him. And I think with this Brazil team, surrounded by very good, creative, technical players, I think it's also going to be better for him because he can show his skills. The focus will not be on him, and he's not going to be tasked to really carry the load for his team.
Kumbaga mas lessen yung pressure sa kanya.
Unlike in Brazil 2014, where he was really counted upon, and you know what happened? He got injured in the quarterfinals, and I think that that really spelled doom for Brazil when we got injured. So right now, Neymar, hopefully he's in 100%. So if he's in 100%, he's going to be a problem for all those teams in Moscow.
Of course, Cedelf, there's Germany. Your thoughts on a powerhouse country, Germany? Of course, last time they won it in 2014. What can you say about this powerhouse squad?
Well, next to Brazil, Germany is the favorite. I think Germany can really go far this time. I think they'll break that curse. Really, the past 2 champions of the World Cup didn't get past the group stage, and I think because of the generation, Italy had older players when they defended their title in 2010. Spain had older players when they defended their title in 2014. But Germany, I think their players are at their peak right now. I think they won the World Cup a bit early. When you think about that generation, this golden generation of German players, and now I think they have depth. Think about all the players that missed out on the squad of Germany, Leroy Sané, but there's still Thomas Müller, I think, is the leading scorer for them. Neuer, the goalkeeper, and Toni Kroos. There's a lot of talent in the German side and depth. Because if you want to go far in the World Cup, you need to have that depth. Because it's a long tournament, injuries might come, the suspensions might come, and you have players who can, slot in and do the job.
Lastly, before I let you go, Cedelf, and let you get some rest, who do you think will be the dark horse of the FIFA World Cup in Russia this time?
I'm going for Belgium. I think Belgium is going to be a problem for all the big teams in the World Cup. They have talent, creative talent, and I think their players are playing pretty well right now with their respective clubs. It's all a matter of getting this team together to play together. They have 2 exciting attacking players in Eden Hazard and Kevin De Bruyne, and the defense is pretty much solid as well. So we'll see, but they don't have that depth as the same as Brazil, France, or Spain or Germany. Yeah. So that is going to be a question mark for them. But for sure, Belgium is going to create some waves in the World Cup this year.
My friend, as always, a pleasure having you on the program and picking your brain, especially when it comes to football. Thank you, and we'll see you again. We just had sports football analyst, one and only Mr. Cedelf Tupas.